on Prime Video. On Thursday the 14th of November, it is Cross. And here's a clip.
What do you do, Alex?
I'm a detective.
You mean you're a cop?
Metro PD.
We joined the force together.
No, I got it.
You the doctor?
PhD, psychology.
Let's see how long you last.
But you can call me Detective Alex Cross.
Yes, well, lots of you will know hero Alex Cross because there have been a lot of best-selling books about Alex Cross, and of course there has been 3 movies too, where he's been played by Morgan Freeman and Tyler Perry. So this is a big deal to bring this, not back, but to do it again in a different way. And I always my jury's always out, if you like, because I think when something's been done so well, do you really want to do it again? But there are 30 best-selling books, so I guess there is territory that hasn't been covered, and I guess that's what happens here. So Aldous Hodge plays the part of Alex Cross, and he does a really good job of it. I'll go back to kind of the storyline in a moment, but it is pacey, it's creepy in places, it's a bit frightening in places, when people are in places you don't think they expect them to be. Jumpy is the word, jumpy, it makes you jump. And then it's kind of cut with some strange things, because he's not a bad looking chap, I have to say, but there's kind of this weird part where he kind of is in the shower and I don't think he's wearing anything at all, actually. It doesn't, for me, it just jarred a bit with the general, I suppose how kind of, he's got a vulnerability, this main character, but he's also really manly and attractive, and kind of, you feel like he could overcome absolutely anything. And I suppose they want to show that vulnerability, and they do that by him not wearing an awful lot, but I don't know. It just jarred a little bit for me, but see what you think. It starts where he's grieving his murdered wife, and he's trying to hold himself together for the sake of the 2 children. His best friend is worried about him. His family are worried about him, but he doesn't want to seek help. He like a lot of people, they don't want to give in to that, which is possibly not the way to deal with grief, but doesn't want to give in, wants to be strong, and kind of just throws himself into work, and he throws himself into this investigation over the death of a civil rights activist. And it all looks like it's going to be a suicide. I mean, this is a storyline that we've seen a number of times before, where you think it's one thing, but that person's got a gut feeling that it's not suicide, that there is foul play, and it becomes their personal mission to find out exactly what's going on. But of course, he starts to put himself at risk, his family at risk, his children at risk, and it's pacey. It's as I say, it's a real kind of you really jump at points in this, and you can see him. He's so kind of cool. It's sort of I can't explain how he's just a really calm character, but even he gets rattled at times. But he's rattled when it gets close to the people that he cares about, as opposed to about him, which makes him even more attractive, in my opinion. It's really good. I've really enjoyed what I've seen so far. I think it's quite different. I think he does well in the part, and I think he does well to show that vulnerability. As I say, there's a couple of bits that jar for me, but in the main, I think you'll enjoy it. What do you think, Ian?
I did like it, and of course you had Morgan Freeman played Alex Cross in Kiss the Girls and Along Came a Spider, 2 films, and yeah, as you say, Aldous Hodge's version of Cross, he is cool. He's good looking. He's buff, and yeah, he's a cop, and he's also a forensic psychologist, so he can kind of get inside the minds of criminals. And the first time we see him, he's interrogating this particularly nasty criminal who's sort of playing mind games with the cops, and because of his skills, he kind of says to the guy, you've already confessed to the crime and you don't even realise it. And I won't say how it happens, but yeah, I love, the idea of a character like that who gets the better of these kind of evil masterminds, that's appealing straight away. I also love the fact that sort of the opening titles at all these beautiful shots of black life in Washington. So I kind of like that angle of it. It kind of a little bit schlocky, the actual main crime drama story. So it's about a serial killer called Fanboy who is killing people who look like previous serial killers. Yeah. So yeah, he's got an underground lair. Cross is on the case. We also see right at the beginning how he lost his wife. I'm pretty sure that the creepy guy in the interview room that he gets the better of at the beginning, I'm pretty sure we're going to see him again. And he's great. He's really over the top in his performance, but it really works. I think the leads are great. Yeah, the story perhaps a little bit hokey, but enjoyable.